Hi, I'm Paul Kelly, turkey farmer from Chelmsford, Essex. I don't normally boast, but I'm going to. I have to tell you, I'm also the world's fastest turkey carver. I have the Guinness World Record. So I know a bit about carving turkeys, and the way I'm going to show you how to carve a turkey just makes it so simple. Basically, breaking the turkey down to its primals, we take the wing off, take the leg off, take the breast off. It makes it so easy, so simple. And the great thing about it is you'll get typically 20 to 30% more servings. For those of you who watched the cooking video, you'll know that we've actually had this bird out of the oven now for over an hour. We've let it rest. It's very important to let it rest so the meat closes down on itself and traps all those wonderful juices. The other great thing about that is it makes it cool enough to handle. So when we are going to carve the bird, you're not going, ooh, ouch, because it's too hot. You can actually get stuck in and carve the bird properly. First of all, get yourself a nice sharp knife. It's Christmas. Without a sharp knife, carving is really, really difficult. So that's very, very important. Carving knife, carving fork, and then we're going to start. What we're going to do is start by taking the tip of the wing off the bird. So the first thing we do is we're going to take the wing tip off to give ourselves a bit of room so we can see it. So again, you've got that sharp knife, just trim through that wing. You'll soon see where the joint is. Cut it off, and then let's put that to one side. So we've got the knife, and we've got the skin that runs between the leg and the breast. And we're going to carve right down through that, right to the base of the bird, and we've released the leg skin there. You can actually snap the leg. An easy thing to do is to turn the bird onto its breast, lift the leg up, and then carve the leg meat off. Put that to one side. This little piece here, can we see that there? That is what we call the oyster. And that little bit of dark meat here is the ultimate. That is the sweetest bit of meat on the turkey, in my opinion, and of course it is the carver's perks. Bring the bird back over. And now we're going to take the breast off. The keel bone of the bird runs right the way down the middle. You get your sharp knife, just cut down keel into the breast, and we're going to follow the line of the bone. You just want to use your carving fork to pull the meat away from the carcass, and then looking down, you can just take the whole of the breast lobe off. There we go. Put that to one side. Right, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side of the bird. So left on the carcass, we've got the two prime wings. So if you just get a knife, cut into that corner, cut that wing off. Here you've got the shoulder, which is a beautiful piece of meat. Take that there. Again, the other side. You shouldn't be carving and cutting on a joint. If you actually hit bone, don't carry on cutting. Move the knife about until you can go and find yourself going through the joint. You've got a beautiful carcass there that is perfect for soup, leftovers. Don't throw that away because there's so much goodness in that and we can do so much with it. So we've broken the bird down to its primals. We've got the two wings, we've got the two breasts, we've got the shoulders that we've cut off, and of course, we've got the legs. The next thing we're going to do is something that I absolutely love, and it really is my top tip. It's something I've developed over years and years of carving turkeys. What we're going to do is we're going to take the skin off all of this, put it into a baking tray, season it with salt and pepper, pop it back in the oven, and you get the most amazing turkey crackling, and everyone gets a bit. So we get a baking tray, and just with your fingers, get under the skin of the breast, and you peel this skin off. Now, because these turkeys are so mature, they have a lot of subcutaneous fat, so the skin will come off the breast really, really easy. If you have got a cheaper turkey, it probably won't be as easy as this, but you still should be able to manage to do it. The legs, how easy is this? You just get that skin there and you peel the skin all the way off. Put that in the tin. Now the backs of the wings here, that's lovely. The wings actually are really nice and crispy, so if you do like wings, leave it on. If you don't, you can actually take the skin off the back of the wing there. Get the carcass here. On the back of the carcass, you've got the parson's nose. Snap that off, and you pull that back, and you've got all that lovely back skin. That goes in your baking tray as well. You get some salt, sprinkle that over the top of that skin, and then we're going to pop that back in the oven, exactly the same temperature as you had your turkey at. Typically it will take about 20 minutes to really crisp up. So while we're carving the turkey and plating it up, this skin, the crackling, is in there in the oven, producing the best stuff you can imagine. Don't forget it though, that's the problem. You have put it back in. Give yourself a little timer, and hopefully, well, don't forget it's in there. So we've got the turkey skin in the oven. Now we're going to start carving the bird. So let's move our wings over. There we are. Put those on the platter. Now you've got the turkey breast here now. So once you've got that whole turkey lobe, you see, get your carving fork in there, to one side, and then you can start to carve lovely slices of even turkey meat. Can you see how this holds together? That again is because of the maturity of this bird. So that's the whole breast lobe carved. You put your knife, slide it right underneath there, and then we're going to transfer it over to the plate, just like that. Let's do one of the legs. So you can see we're getting so much meat off the leg here, just by carving it. Keeping your knife close to the bone and get every single last bit off you can. Last bit there. So that's the leg bone. You don't throw any of the carcass away. That's going to produce a wonderful soup, a wonderful stock. Now here's one of the shoulders I cut off. And this is a really sweet piece of meat, which is a really tender and tasty. If you don't need it all, if you don't think you're going to need it all, don't carve it all at once. Leave it in its whole form, because that will retain the moisture a lot more. You can always come back and carve a few more slices and stock it up, but only carve what you need on the plate because it will keep better. If Christmas Day has gone a bit tits up and you've had far too much champagne and things are a little bit behind and the meat maybe is a little bit cooler than you want, all you do, get your stock piping hot, so you bring it to the boil so it's absolutely baking. And then you just pour the juices from the bird over the meat. And by getting the stock over it like that, you will bring the meat back up to temperature. One last thing, let's get the crackling out. Here we are. The crackling there, the skin. I can pick that up with a knife and it holds together. Yeah, perfectly cooked. Wonderful crackling. Just put that on the top. And of course, everyone's going to die for that crackling. So you've got to share it out between the family. So there we've got it. We've carved the turkey, we've got the breast on there, we've got the wings there, we've got the leg meat, we've got the shoulder meat. We've stocked the bird with piping hot stock, and now we put the turkey crackling on the top. You have all the wonderful flavours of real turkey there, good to go. Happy Christmas to you all. I hope you've learnt a lot. And as I say in Turkey Talk,